What's up, y'all? It's JJ, aka Comanche Boy. I'm here with.
Hey, what up? It's Connor, aka Condor. This is Sooner State of Mind, where we talk about OU sports, softball, baseball, basketball, women's, men's, all of it. Thunder basketball and OU alumni.
Today we got some interesting topics. You want to start out with the Kimba Walker situation?
You can go ahead and start out. I gotta do something
Well,
real quick. Go ahead.
my boy Sam Presti, the best general manager ever, dodged a big bullet in the summer. I honestly didn't like the trade where he traded away Kimba Walker. I thought we could have got more for him. But looking at him this season, he is not good. I'm actually about to pull up his stats real quick. Kimba Walker, he's averaging a cool, 11 and 3 per game. He is out for the rest of the season, so that's not going to change.
On the Knicks watch, or their call. It was their call to do
Yeah,
that,
they
which
said
we are very lucky.
it's going to. 11 points is not good. 40% from the field, 36% from three.
Nope. I'd rather stick with our guns and Trey Mann and Josh Giddey, even JRE.
Yeah. Shea's coming back too.
Yep.
That's
No Ludort though.
a little north. The Canadian backcourt's still broken up, but Shea's return's pretty solid. So we're
Yep.
gonna
The
talk about
Canadian and
that
the
next.
Aussie.
But right now, Kimba in the OKC trade. What did we get exactly? Do you really remember? That was a minute ago.
You talking about for Kimba?
Yeah, didn't we get like a second round pick or something like that?
I am not sure. Let me see real quick.
We we got the 16th pick, which we used for who? Poku, right? We traded Al Horford and Moses Brown in a second round pick for the 16th pick and a 2025 second round.
Yep, we got the number 16 pick for um
Dang, who did we draft with the 16th pick? It wasn't Josh Giddey.
we traded away that number 16 pick for two more first rounders and a 2025 second round pick.
Yeah, okay, there we
So
go. So we just got more picks. I was thinking, I was like, I don't remember us drafting somebody with the 16th pick.
yeah, no, we didn't because I'm pretty sure we picked up Trey Mann towards the end of the first round, and then we picked up JRE in the second round.
Yeah, and Josh Giddey was like the 5th or 6th pick.
Yeah, he was the sixth pick, which he might be the best one out of the top 10 or top 14, whatever you want to go based off of the
And
lottery or the
yeah,
top
in the
10.
future, because he's crazy good. He plays almost identical to Shea. It's
Just
crazy.
about, but he's a way better playmaker. He's a great playmaker. He's got great vision too for his age. He's only 19.
Yeah, he's just like that slow and methodical player.
hmm
But like we
He's
got,
kind of like a skinnier. I want to compare him to like Larry Bird when it comes to IQ,
yeah,
but he can't shoot like Larry Bird could. Maybe he can one day, but he's got the IQ down, and he's lanky, kind of like Larry Bird was, but I would say a little bit more athletic.
with Josh Giddey, I mean, yeah, I really have. I would say that he's similar to Larry Bird. He's
hmm
Giddey's gonna be one of my favorites. I can already tell. I'm about to buy one of his jerseys. Honestly, him and
Oh, for
Poku,
sure.
the
Yeah, I'm about to
potential.
go nuts. Spend $800 on all these 23 and younger year old jerseys.
But yeah, now that being said, Josh Giddey, his duo partner for the future, Shea, he's coming back soon.
hmm coming back tomorrow, I believe.
I think so. Yeah.
Which, if
Actually,
people
no, we
don't
don't.
know,
We don't have a game tomorrow. He's coming back the first game after the week break after All-Star break. I don't remember the exact day, but it's not tomorrow.
mm, kind of.
Shea's return is
I was gonna say, well,
the Grizzlies.
oh, so his first game back is gonna be against fucking Jaw.
Sounds about right. This year he's averaging 23 on 42% from the field. Kind of a down year, honestly, compared to last year. But last year he was hurt all year. It's been the same this year. He played 35 games last year. He's only played 43 this year.
Which isn't. I mean, we're rebuilding. You know, it makes sense. Like,
Yeah.
you can't just throw the word tanking out there. Like, you gotta take into consideration that Shea really might be hurt. Like, nobody understands because what was it that his foot? I don't remember the exact name for it, but any foot injury like that that requires a surgery, that shit hurts. Like, you can't just bounce back from that right away.
Yeah, his most recent one was a severe right ankle sprain that he made him miss
Yeah,
10 games.
which is well, at least he's not fucking Anthony Davis. Get a sprained ankle and be out for 3 months.
But Shea, honestly, the one thing though that has disappointed me was his numbers dropping from last year. But honestly, I think he can be better. But if this is his peak and he stays there for the next decade, I'm still fine with it. 23-7.
Yeah, that's so solid. Because I mean, if I'm Mark, I'm starting Josh at the point, and then I am putting Shea at the shooting guard position. Because Shea's more of a scorer than he is a playmaker. Like, everybody knows that.
Well, yeah,
That
well
was
you
his
could
original position.
you have Shea, Lou Dort, Josh Giddey, Poku, and Jeremiah Robinson Earl as your potential 5 for the future. And then we could draft other players, like maybe a Chet Holmgren if we get lucky in this draft. Oh, we could get Bronny, Mikey Williams. There's a whole bunch of potential other players that you could throw in with these young guys. But Shea, obviously, right now is a centerpiece to build around, and it helps us that he's coming back.
Oh, for sure.
Now we also got Josh Giddey, speaking of him, back onto him, competed in the Rising Stars Challenge. It was a pretty good performance. I do say so.
Yeah, he definitely carried Scotty Barnes in the challenges. I did watch it live. He did carry Scotty Barnes. I know there's a lot of Toronto fans out there that will ride this man to death, but come on now.
Yeah,
Josh Giddey carried.
Scotty Barnes is good, but Josh Giddey was better.
Josh Giddey was better that night. I won't say he's better than Scotty Barnes because they're two completely different players. But Cade didn't do that bad either. Cade did pretty good.
Yeah, Cade Cunningham, a OSU alumni. Don't really like the Cowboys, but
we'll accept them.
I do like me some Cade Cunningham. Got to give him respect.
Let's not forget our boy Tony Allen.
Our boy Tony
NBA
Allen,
champion.
Marcus Smart,
OSU.
Marcus Smart, OSU.
Marcus Smart. Yep, and that should take us into our next guy, Lindy Waters, man. Also OSU alumni.
Lindsey Waters, he
fellow Native American, basically our neighbor, as we are Comanche. We are part of the Comanche tribe, and he is Kiowa. So yeah,
Lindsey Waters the
we
third.
share a reservation.
He is a Kiowa Native American enrolled. He grew up in Norman, and he actually grew up next to a friend of mine. His name is Dohassen. which means little
Yep.
mountain in their language, and they grew up next to each other, and it's kind of cool to know that a guy like that made the NBA.
Yep. Gives hope to young Native American athletes out there. There are a lot that still go to college for basketball and football, but you don't really hear about local
Yeah.
tribal members from down here going. So it's really cool to see that. And he can stroke that thing, bro.
He can stroke that.
He can stroke that thing, pause,
Yeah.
bro. But yeah, he's a beast. So yeah, and speaking of Dawson's fucking good.
Yeah,
I will say that. I will shout him out. That fool.
Dawson
Call him
Sunbury.
call
People
him
look
Kyle
out.
Iverson.
Kiowa Durant KD right there. He
Yep,
is.
mid-range
I
specialist.
think he's averaging 18 points, like 13 rebounds and 5 assists a game for the Indiahoma Warriors. Right now, they're in the final 24 teams in Class B, trying to get
Yep,
that state
they were
championship.
top 10 back in 2018.
I'll talk about the 2018 team. Come on, no.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about the 2018, do you? You little duh.
Well,
But anyway, yeah, Dawson's very good, and JJ is also on this team.
yeah,
They're trying to make a run. Pretty sure y'all just won regional consolation, right?
yeah, we made it. We're about to start area on Friday.
Yep. Where y'all play out on Friday?
I don't even remember. I just remember it's far away. It's like a 2.5 hour drive.
I will say this though, because you guys beat Leedy, right?
No, we lost to Alidi. That's the team we lost to.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
Fuck Leedy. I hate Leedy.
Yeah, same.
If anybody just so happens to listen to this and you're from Leedy, with all due disrespect, fuck you.
We'll see y'all
That's
again
all.
in the area consolation championship to go to state when y'all lose to Mountain View.
They're definitely probably going to lose to Mountain View.
No, yeah, they're losing to Mountain View. I want to play them
Because Mountain View's like number 1, right? Or number 2.
Number two.
Yep, I knew it. Yep, y'all go get the brakes beat off y'all, and it's well fucking deserved. I will say that. But to get back on the subject here, even
Back
though
out of
Oklahoma
that.
high school basketball
It's still
is some of the best basketball, we will get back on track.
Lindsey Waters. Amazing.
Lindy Waters, yes. Lindy Waters is a sharpshooter. He is great. I'm pretty sure he was shooting I know it's well over 40% from the 3 in the G League, but let me be for certain.
The Lindy Waters stats.
Yep. I'm pretty sure he made a 3-2 in his debut with the Thunder, which that was really cool to see. Like I said, there's not really.
Yeah, he hasn't been the best since he came to OKC, but he's. I think he has potential to be a solid 3-and-D guy in the league. You know, he's played 3 games. Yeah. He's averaging about 2 points, shooting 67% from the field. But he's not getting very many minutes. He's getting like 4 minutes a game. So.
Yeah, you can't expect a lot. He's going from G League to this.
He shot 51% from 3 in the G League. I just found it.
Yep, he is a
from
sharpshooter.
3.
Sorry, it took a minute to find it, but yeah, he's
12 points a game. Yeah, he could be an amazing 3-and-D guy.
And get him out there with somebody like Josh Giddey. Yeah, bro, that's gonna be dangerous. Because Josh Giddey, he'll find Lindy a lot. As, his game in New York, that should show people what he's capable of. Because doing that at 19 years old, bro, and he's already got, 3 triple-doubles?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah, 19 years old. And OKC just so happens to be famous for players that record triple-doubles.
Yeah. We had the king of triple-doubles, Russell Westbrook. Doesn't look too good this year, but always has a special spot in my heart.
I won't slander him. I do love him, but I do slander him from time to time, but not right now. I won't slander him.
Not right now. No, not on the first episode. Maybe one
Nope.
day we'll talk about the Lakers, and I will have to admit that he's not playing that good.
And then one day, I think the topic that I'll choose is when the Thunder first arrived, because I was alive. I was old enough to be a fan back in '08 whenever they first got here. So we'll talk about that one day as well.
Yeah,
But
alright.
let's get on. Now, so OU women's basketball.
Yes, the TCU is hosting OU women. They're ranked number 20 right now.
Yes,
They got
sir.
they got what, 3 seniors on this roster? 4. I
Just
know.
about.
Yeah, four seniors. I just pulled up their roster. They're doing pretty good. It's a pretty good year for OU women. They
Mm-hmm.
really fourth in the Big 12, 21-6. Our leading
And they're
scorer,
also in the top 20, which is really impressive.
our leading scorer is our 5'11" forward. Her name is Maddie Williams. She's a senior and she's averaging 18, 7, and 3 on 47% from the field.
Mm-hmm.
You think she'll go to the WNBA? I don't remember if she said she was going to declare for the draft or not, but I think she should go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, she's from Fort Worth, Texas, so she's local to the area. Fort Worth really isn't that far from Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Mm. You know, speaking of OU women's, I know that we didn't have this written down, but OU softball, man,
Yeah,
they
OU
are the
softball.
shit.
Women's
You want me to read you their
softball.
past
Wait, why'd I
games?
say women's softball like there was men's softball?
There is a men's softball, which, by the way, our uncle is in the Hall of Fame for that. But
Well, yeah, I mean, like for college.
anyway, yeah. Well, you know. Anyway, these are their past 10 games: 14-0, 5-0, 9-0, 4-1 against number 3 UCLA, 8-0, 15-1, 8-0, 11-0, 13-0, 8-0.
Yeah,
And they just might be on their way to another national championship, just like last year.
super elite for absolutely no reason.
Yes, sir. And of course, it's OU,
It's OU. That's all we
the
need.
greatest university in the Big 12, and gonna be one of the top tier teams in the SEC. And I will die on that hill. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
We'll be all right. But yeah, I just wanted to shout out the OU softball team. They're still doing fucking amazing,
Yeah. While we're out here
even coming off the national championship.
talking about other OU teams other than the girls, what about the men's roster? They're actually doing pretty good this year for themselves. They
They are.
14-14, but the games that they lose are usually to ranked teams, and they usually give
And
them a
they're
game.
super close.
Yeah, as I say,
Yep.
they usually give them a game.
They went toe to toe with Baylor, which is the reigning national champion.
Mm-hmm. They
I'm
lost
pretty sure
to
they're number one as well.
they lost to Butler in overtime. They lost to
Mhm.
Baylor. They lost to number 21 Texas, number 1 Auburn. They lost
They're number one now. Mhm.
to number 8 Kansas by 2 points. Number 20
Yeah,
Texas in overtime by 2 points.
I mean, I love college basketball, but I'm not completely sure how it works when it comes to the tournament. But I'm really hoping that you can get in there somehow.
Yeah, I don't really know how the tournament works exactly either. I'm pretty sure they invite teams. We should honestly
Mhm.
probably learn more about that, but
Yeah, we will. It will go further on, about one more month until it starts.
but I'm pretty sure they should make it 14-14.
Yeah,
There's been
not
worse
too
teams.
bad. Oh yeah, of course. Hopefully they make it. Knock on
But
wood.
they also lost. They had a pretty big loss to number 9 Texas Tech, though. We're gonna ignore that.
Yeah, we won't talk about that.
They also beat Texas Tech by 20 points. So
Yeah.
they beat number 11
Since they got
Iowa.
that.
They beat number 12 Arkansas, number 14 Florida. See, they've had some pretty good games. They've lost and beat several of them. Upcoming games on February 26th, they're going to be playing Oklahoma State. So you know,
You know how you were talking about when Texas Tech beat OU in basketball.
uh huh.
Let's not forget when we beat the brakes off of them by 31 in football earlier this year, or during this football season.
Man, I don't even want to start talking
So
about OU football. You're going to have me talking about the coaching situation, and I always get just a
yeah,
little upset whenever we start talking about that.
still a fuck you to Lincoln. You know, California's nice. I can't say I wouldn't turn down that job either, but I'm not a pussy
I feel like if
and run away from the SEC.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like he's been here for a cool minute, so I don't understand why.
He definitely got out of here because we were going to go to the
I
SEC.
know he doesn't want to play
Because
at
I don't
Bama.
know, yeah, I don't know. He's intimidated by coaches like Nick Saban and shit like that. Like, not sure why,
Forget about it.
but he can have Caleb and Malachi.
Bro, I remember
It's the Pac-12.
whenever I first heard about Lincoln Riley leaving, man, I thought it was a rumor. I was like, yeah, right. Why? Why would he
I
leave?
did at first too.
I was like, why? Why would he leave? And then he left.
Yep. Which was wild because I always thought if Lincoln left, it would go to Coach Baker somewhere.
I know.
Speaking of Baker, let me say this before I say this. I love Baker. Baker's my guy. I've loved watching him when he went here in
Mhm.
Oklahoma.
Mhm.
I loved watching him take us to the playoffs. I loved watching him be a Heisman. But I got to say, his NFL career is not that great right now. I
No.
mean, yeah, his stats are pretty good because I see people arguing on Twitter, pulling up his stats, showing how in one season he had like 31 touchdowns and only 9 interceptions.
Mhm.
But let's not forget that Odell Beckham Jr., who right now is a Super Bowl champion on the team he got traded to
Right.
or he signed with after leaving Cleveland, because apparently, if I'm not mistaken, Odell only got 3 catches or 7 catches from Baker.
Yeah.
So let me look that up real quick.
It's just
I'm pretty sure it's only like 3 or 7. It's less than 10. We'll just say that. And Odell, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. I wouldn't consider him top 10, but he's top 15 for sure. Um,
yeah.
but I feel like Baker basically kind of drove him out there because Baker didn't want to give him the ball really. And
Yeah. Well,
I was
it could also
do
be
what
a coaching system too. It wasn't all
it
on
could be.
Baker, but it
Mhm.
is also partially on him because you gotta when you have someone like OBJ on your team, you gotta throw him the ball.
You got to use him, yes, because even if you have Jarvis Landry still too, you have players like Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, sorry, you should use everybody because
Mm.
I'm not sure if you knew this, but I'm pretty sure the play that Odell Beckham Jr. tore his ACL on last year, or the year before, he was going to make a tackle on somebody that Baker threw an interception to.
Yeah.
So I've seen a lot of people blame Baker for that, which that's not true. Like it's not Baker's fault that Odell just so happened to tear his ACL trying to make a tackle on the person that intercepted the ball from Baker. But I will say that Baker did not use Odell at all. So that's really my piece. Baker isn't who he was at OU. I think he just needs to start anew, go somewhere else.
Yeah. Go to Dallas or New Orleans.
Ooh, that's tough. New Orleans, yeah, maybe. New Orleans or Tampa Bay. I'm not sure. Pretty sure Tampa Bay's targeting Russell Wilson, and they said Deshaun Watson as well. But I don't
The
know how Deshaun Watson is doing with his case.
the only problem I could see with him going to New Orleans would be if he can fill the shoes, you know?
Yeah, Drew Brees and yeah, that's
Because
true.
that's Hall of Fame quarterback that he's got to
Yeah,
come in and
played on
replace.
a collapsed lung like a clown for some reason. Almost killed himself. But yeah, legend. No, he's a he's a top 15 quarterback.
Yeah, all those battles with fucking Tom Brady, you know?
Mm. Yeah, but Baker. I really hope he does good. I really want him to do good, especially for being a number one pick. And I'm tired of hearing Colin Cowherd slander my guy. So
Colin Cowherd,
hopefully,
what a clown.
I like him, but whenever he starts talking shit on like OU players, that's when I'm like, eh.
That's when I don't like him anymore.
Yeah. And hopefully Kyler Murray does too. Kyler Murray, I want him to do great as well. He's got a great system in Arizona right now. I really hope that they can surround him with more pieces, and hopefully there's more fortunate events that'll help him get further along into the playoffs.
Yeah. Speaking of talking
So,
shit, Damian Lillard said
mm,
that he doesn't like OKC. He said that places like OKC and Milwaukee. Well, he didn't necessarily say it, but he implied it. He said, "Who wants to go to these small market teams?" Which honestly, he's not wrong.
he isn't wrong, but you got to think, man. Look at how much love we gave KD and Russ and Paul George while he was here.
Yeah,
All the
like
love we gave Steven Adams and Serge Ibaka, Victor
yeah,
Oladipo.
these players that weren't even all stars for us. People walking around with their jerseys on.
Yep. I mean, look at us right now. We're putting a fucking rookie on a pedestal. Like, we love whoever will come here and whoever wants to win here and be here. Like, it's cool if players come here and then, like, they don't like it here after a couple seasons and leave. Like, just don't be like KD or, go
Yeah.
to a team that beats you when you almost have them beat, which I watched that series the other
Oh, I
day during the
remember.
weekend, and I was so depressed, bro. We had it, and fuck, bro, so crazy. But I don't
Yeah.
want to talk about that. But yeah, Damian Lillard talks a lot of shit for being with a franchise that he can't get past the Western Conference Finals.
I know he hit one big shot and thinks he's the
He hit one
man.
big shot over Paul George and
That
thinks
was a
he's the
nice shot
shit.
though. It was a nice shot. Like
It was a nice shot.
I'm not even
It was
mad
still a
about it
bad shot.
anymore.
Paul George is right. He was not hating. Like, that was literally a bad shot. He took a contested three from fucking 15 feet away from the 3-point line.
Hey,
But yeah, he hit it.
yeah, I'm not even really mad about the shot anymore. We needed to rebuild anyways, so
Yeah. So that's fine. Oh, don't give them credit for that.
hey,
Dame, you did not end that era of basketball. Paul George was going to leave anyway.
I don't know if we would have made it to
But
at least the second round. I feel like he might not have left.
yeah. But it's all right. We all know, like, Russ is still better
Oh yeah,
individually.
all time. Russ is definitely still better.
Yeah, Russ actually took a team to the finals at the age of 20 fucking two.
Him and
So,
Durant.
yeah. So, yeah, yeah. Don't even get me started on Dame, bro. He can't do shit. He won one fucking what? He won the bubble MVP.
Bubble MVP. I think it's like a six-time All-Star. No,
So
no
he was
MVPs.
the MVP of the AAU tournament.
Yes, sir. The NBA AAU tournament.
Fucking dude, I don't know. I just can't stand Dame, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck about, oh, he's not running from the grind. He's staying with his team because he's loyal. Like, nobody gives a fuck about that. Y'all are acting like Portland gives a shit about Dame.
Well, you got to
They
think
traded
though.
away his second best team. They traded away his best teammate.
Like Russell Westbrook, he was gonna stay loyal, but the Thunder went to Westbrook and told him, "Hey, we're thinking about trading you," and Westbrook said, "Okay." He didn't request a trade. Westbrook never requested a trade. He never left. He would have stayed here
Yeah,
his whole career. He'd still be in OKC. I firmly believe that if we didn't trade him.
yeah, he would be. But, I think that Sam knew that Russ needed to go win a ring, so he wanted to put him wherever he wanted. That's kind of like Paul George. That's the only thing I love about Sam. Like, if KD went to Sam Presti and told him he wanted out, Sam would have tried talking him out of it, but he would have asked him, "Where do you want to go?" And I'll make it happen.
Yeah, well, he
Like,
sent Chris
that's
Paul
the
to
main
a
thing I
team
love.
that he made the finals with. He sent Westbrook to a team that he made it to the second round with, and they.
Hmm.
I mean, it wasn't the best team, but he put him with another MVP. And
Yeah,
then
and an ex-teammate
he
of the
put
Thunder.
he put Paul George in a team where he could play with another MVP caliber guy
Yep, in his hometown,
in his
which we met.
hometown.
And thank you for requesting to go there, Paul, because we would not have our Lord and
Shea,
Savior Shea Gilgis. Yep,
I love Shea.
Shea Gilgesus.
Shea Gilgeous. And they traded Dennis Schroeder to the Lakers,
Yep,
where
and Dennis Schroeder did not.
he didn't play bad.
He didn't play bad, but he didn't play like he did with the Thunder. I think it just
Yeah,
depends on
no.
where you are. Like, look at these players that come here and they get better. So send
Yeah.
us someone like, I don't know, like damn, I can't even think of an example of somebody.
Well, players, I don't know. It's such a weird system because certain players thrive here and certain players don't. Like when Patrick Patterson came here, he went from like 8 points a game to like 2. But then when
Yeah.
Alex Abrines comes here, averages 8 a game, goes anywhere else, trash.
Hmm.
Like it's just such a weird system. I don't understand it. Like Steven Adams, he's not nowhere near what he was in OKC. He's not a 15-8 guy.
Yeah, no, yeah. I was looking at that. He was averaging like 14 and 9 with us one year. Like
Yeah.
that was his career
How much is he
career
averaging
best.
this year?
They go like 5 or 6 a game, maybe 4 or 5 rebounds. Because I don't think a lot of people think about Jaren Jackson Jr., that fucking freak of nature, bro.
Yeah,
Used to
7 points
getting
and
all the
9 rebounds.
boards.
He's averaging 7 points and
Yep,
9 rebounds. That's nothing compared to his OKC numbers.
yep. It all just depends because in OKC, nobody is that guy. Like as of right now,
Yeah.
I don't even think we
Ever since
should. I don't even
2020.
think we call Shea our guy or that guy. Like he's our best player, but he's not that guy. I would say
Yeah, because we still
because we
have
have like 2 or 3 people that could be that guy.
like Lou Dort, Josh Giddey, Shea.
Hmm.
Poku has potential to be good.
Poku, man, I want to see him succeed so bad. Like he's gonna be so fucking good.
Yeah,
Like I'm already
I think
calling
Poku is
it.
gonna be legit.
He's gonna be legit because his IQ is off the fucking charts as well. If he can just
Bro, that
better himself.
lineup right there, like Lou Dort's basketball IQ is not insane, but it's not terrible. But could you imagine Shea, Giddey, Poku, and then we get like a good passing big like Chet Holmgren? He's not terrible for passing. Like, could you imagine adding him to that
No,
roster?
that would be great. I would love that because hopefully Sam trades up because I really don't want to release anybody from our roster that we have right now.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that he uses some of the fucking 80 draft picks that he has and trades up to try and get Chet Holmgren.
Well, okay. Let's see. Right now, let's see. We could trade Baisley. I would be fine with trading.
Yeah, I would too.
I would be fine
Derek
with
Favors, of course.
yeah, Derek Favors, but I don't think any rebuilding team would want him.
Yeah, I think he's probably either stuck here or we'll drop him.
I think we could trade Ty Jerome. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, I would too. Don't trade Theo or Theo, whatever his
Yeah,
name is.
I'm fine with
Theo.
Isaiah Roby.
Me too. I love Isaiah Roby.
And then I think we could trade Vic Krejci. I wouldn't be that sad if we traded him.
I
Like
kind of would.
he
That's my
has
guy
high
in 2K.
IQ. He has high IQ. He kind of plays similar to
He's
Josh
almost like
Giddey.
Josh.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say, but he's just not as good, and he's older.
Imagine that lineup. Josh Giddey,
Shea.
Shea, Lou Dort, Vit, and Poku.
Yeah, but then that means Poku would have to be center and guard posts.
That's true. But I would still leave him too because strength and conditioning is going to get him right. He's only what 20.
I think yeah,
He's only
he's either
20 or
20 or 21.
21.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're going to get some meat on him. Like, look where he is right now, bro. We need to bring him down here, bro. We'll get him all right. We'll fucking give him some Indian tacos and shit, bro. Meat
yeah,
pies.
eat some fry bread.
Help him gain about 20 or 30 pounds.
I'm just upset that his stats went down from last year.
Me
I don't
too,
see how that
because
happens.
they aren't playing him. They're not playing him like they did. They keep sending him down to the G League every other day, every other game. That
Yeah.
Josh Giddey oop to Poku kind of gave me a glimpse of what it might be like in the future.
I'm looking at it right now. Last year, he played 28 games and played 24 minutes a game and averaged 8 points. This year, he's played... Oh, no, he played 45 games last year. Sorry, he started 28 games. This year, he's played 42 games, and he's played 16 minutes a game. And he's averaging 5 points. Like, why would you decrease the minutes of a developing player when you're rebuilding anyways? It's not like it matters if he messes up.
Mm-hmm. They need to play him because we're just experimenting right now anyway,
Yeah.
Like, we're literally starting fucking... I'm pretty sure our starting lineup, like, we have a bunch of different ones. But I'm pretty sure at one point, our oldest starter was 22.
Yeah. We've had starting lineups that are literally Trey Mann, Lou Dort, Giddey, Baisley, and Isaiah Roby. Like, that's been a starting five.
Isaiah Roby and Darius Baisley are, like, they're pretty good together because both of them are athletic as shit. Isaiah Roby's pretty strong, too.
It's just Baisley's not doing that good.
Baisley's off and on. Baisley's doing a lot better this year.
Well, last year I thought he was amazing. 14 points on 40% from the field I thought was solid. Like, I was like, he could develop into something. But then he dropped down to 10 points. He's still shooting about 40% from the field. But, like...
I want him to be... I'm pretty sure we've had a conversation about this before. But I really want him to be like a Scottie Pippen type player because that's exactly what he reminds me of. He
could be a guy like Scottie Pippen, but he just doesn't try on defense. I think that's his problem.
Yeah, like if he had Lou Dort's defense, like Darius would probably be the perfect player.
Yeah, Darius Baisley could be legit if he... For sure.
Yeah. It's just crazy. Like, I have a lot of high hopes for the team. Because we have all these picks, we have a lot of cap space.
Bro, you remember the draft, the 20 what year was it that we drafted Baisley? 2019?
Yeah, 2019.
We drafted Brandon Clark. And I remember how hype I was for drafting Brandon Clark, just for us to trade him for Baisley. Like, I love Baisley, but that tore my heart apart.
Yeah, that's what my coworker said too. He said that he was fucking pissed when Sam Presti traded away Brandon Clark.
Bro, my heart, and he's good.
Baisley.
Brandon Clark's better.
Yes, obviously.
Like, I'm gonna look at his stats right now. Brandon Clark. So far this year, he's averaging 10 points on 64% from the field. Let's see, his rookie season, 12 points. He shoots about 36% from three. Like, I just think Brandon Clark's better. He's older though.
Yeah.
He's better at defense.
Which isn't a problem. Yeah. They're about the same height too, I think. I'm pretty sure Brandon Clark's about 6'8"?
Baisley 6'9", Brandon Clark 6'8".
Yeah. Yeah, but, I mean, I'm fine with what we got, like...
Well, the problem was, though, and again, I will say this, I love Baisley. What I'm saying is not Baisley slander. It's just saying what could have happened. Is we could have drafted, in retrospective, we could have drafted Nazir Little. I remember he was still on the board, and we could have drafted Bol Bol. Now, I would rather have Bol Bol than Baisley, but I'd rather have Baisley than Nazir Little. But those, I remember saying that to my friend whenever we were watching the draft. I was like, Baisley, I said, Bol and Nazir Little are still on the board. We're going to take one of them too. And then we drafted Baisley, who I had honestly never heard of until he got drafted. I was like, who the fuck? Who is this guy?
Mm-hmm. That's funny. Yeah, but I'm really hoping, like, because I know I'm not going to say we're going to be championship contenders in 3 or 4 years, but I will say that Shea's career is not going to be wasted here because we're setting him up because we're not going for a win now. We're going for a win in like 2027 or 2028.
Yeah.
And even after that, we'll still be fine.
We still have draft picks because we're trying to draft those first graders.
As soon as goddamn, as soon as that comes along, we use up all them picks. Like Sam Presti knows how to work his magic because he literally got all those picks in the span of what, 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking we got picks until 2027, 2028.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it's 2027. I think is our latest where we have more than one first round pick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we got drafts coming up, like in Bronny's draft, 2025, assuming he's a one and done. 2024 is his draft. We got like 4 or 5 first round picks in that draft. Like we could trade up to get Bronny and get LeBron.
Oh yeah. But, I'm pretty sure we talked about getting LeBron earlier as well. A lot of people aren't with it.
Yeah.
Because I need everybody to understand this. LeBron James is 37. 37, and he's carrying a trash Lakers team. And still averaging 27, 8, and 9.
Yeah, LeBron.
This is him leading, being the main option. In 3 years, whatever year Bronny gets drafted, however old LeBron will be, LeBron's going to be good. He takes care of his body. He's been working on his game. He's going to be playing. And if LeBron isn't the main option, he could go up until he's like 43, 44.
Like, okay, so LeBron... What I'm thinking might happen if we do draft Bronny and get LeBron, we trade the other picks and assets we have to get another star. And so you have Shea, Lou Dort, Giddey, Bronny, LeBron, whoever that other star. So there's 6 key players, and then we might have to trade some of the young guys, might not, but we'll probably still have Poku, Baisley, Jeremiah Robinson, Earl, and Trey Mann. Those are all guys I see us keeping in the future. Maybe Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah, maybe A. Wiggins. The good one. The one that wasn't made a fucking all-star starter for some reason.
Bro, why was Andrew Wiggins an all-star starter?
I don't know.
He's not
even the best player on his team.
I don't want to get onto that, but 18 points a game all-star starter. Come on, NBA.
Yeah, that's fucking wild. And if it was based off of NBA fan votes, you fucking Golden State fans need to stay the fuck off Twitter.
Bro,
because that's some shit. An average guy. Let's say
he could have been an all-star.
Remind you, he's a former first overall pick.
Yeah,
but I'll say it. He's ass for a number 1 overall pick.
I mean, I could have still seen him be an all-star. 18, 4-4. I could see that being an all-star.
I could, but there's other players that are still better than him.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, that's crazy. Even, like, D-Book wasn't even a starter. I would have put D-Book over this fucker.
Well, like, who all didn't make the all-star team?
Who all didn't?
Yeah, like, because I know that there's definitely better players.
Damn, that's tough. I would have to look it up, but I'm trying to do something.
Here, I'm Googling snubs right quick.
Alright, go ahead.
AD didn't make it, but he's been injured. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander didn't get it. Jaren Jackson Jr. didn't get it. Drew Holiday, 18-6. Domantas Sabonis, 19, 8, and 5. Miles Bridges is scoring 20 points a game. I would put him. This article right here that I clicked on by SB Nation says that Mikal Bridges is a snub. I don't know if I would consider him a snub. But yeah, I mean, all of those guys are definitely snubs.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I'm trying to think off the top of my head who I would put in over Wiggins, because Paul George, did he make it? I don't think he made it. But I think he's been
No,
injured,
he
hasn't
didn't.
he?
Yeah, he's been injured because also to you LA Clippers fans, thank you for those unprotected picks.
I
They will
know.
be very fucking nice.
They're not in the playoffs this year, are they? Or they might barely be in the playoffs.
I think that they're like an 8 seed because I did get into it with some Clippers fans that were trying to talk shit, even though they're a fucking 8 seed because they're so good.
Let me look right quick. Yeah, they're the 8th seed, 30 and 31. So if the Lakers get their shit together and push them out of the playoffs, we'll get another lottery pick. If the Lakers are really the only hope though, because I don't see the Blazers winning many more games with Dame out and
Yeah.
Bernie Simmons leading the charge. Yeah, I think that wraps up the podcast. You got anything else you want to add?
Not really, other than the fact, well, nah. I will say this is my final words. Y'all can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. My Twitter is at Condor, Condoor 34 on Twitter. So y'all can follow me on there. You can follow the podcast on there as well. It's in my bio. And yeah.
I'll put the link to our stuff in the comments. Instagram, Twitter, Discord. If you want to join the Discord, you can chat about whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't really matter.
Mhm.
All right.